Well, here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Austrian Grand Prix, where the starting grid is ordered by age from youngest to oldest. And if you want to see an epic race with a messed up grid and no Red Bull domination, then you are definitely in the right place. So let's have a look at the starting grid for this 71 lap race. Oscar Piastri starts from pole position. He'll have loads of space ahead of him and freedom alongside, as Logan Sargent also starts on the front row with Williams. Yuki Tsunoda may be the smallest, but he's not the youngest. He starts alongside Lando Norris. We then have Zhou Guanyu, Lance Stroll, George Russell and last year's winner Charles Leclerc. Verstappen will have Ocon in his mirrors heading into turn 1. It's the Red Bull reject on row 6, and behind them is Nick de Vries and Carlos Sainz. We now move on to the drivers who are in their 30s, as we have Magnussen and Perez, followed by Bottas and Nico Hülkenberg, and then there are 9 championships between the drivers on the final row, as it's Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso, the only driver over 40 who will be starting in last place. So lots of unknowns ahead of us. Will Piastri and Sargent be able to hold on to their positions? Will Max Verstappen be able to win the race from P9? And Martin Brundle, will Hamilton or Alonso on the back row be able to challenge for the race win?
It would be a miracle, I think, but he's talking a good fight is Fernando Alonso.
Alright, cheers for that, Martin. Anyway, it is now finally time for the race to start. There come the lights. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and the lights are out and we are underway. That's a pretty good start from Oscar Piastri. Not a great start from Sargent though. Norris is already alongside him. Piastri's trying to cover him off. And Yuki Tsunoda round the outside. What a move. He's absolutely sent it past Norris and Logan Sargent. He's up to P2. What a beautiful start that was. Yuki Tsunoda is under pressure from Logan Sargent going into turn 3. But it is Piastri from Tsunoda, from Sargent, from Norris, and then Lance Stroll who got ahead of Zhou Guanyu. But let's have a look at a replay of that start. So there's the start from Yuki Tsunoda. Not actually an amazing start. He already lost the place to Lando Norris. But then look at that, late on the brakes.
Just perfect, wasn't it? Late on the brakes, calm, picked up the apex. Beautiful.
Wow, look at that. Logan Sargent is clearly suffering from a skill issue as George Russell gets past him and Sargent is holding up like half the grid. What is this? And now Charles Leclerc is also trying to get ahead of him. This could get a bit tasty going into turn 3, to be honest. It is Russell and Sargent is coming back at Russell. What a mad lad. Oh no! Oh, Yuki Tsunoda. Oh dearie me. That's probably not ideal for him. He's had an engine failure and he is pulling over. That is probably the calmest radio I've ever heard from Yuki Tsunoda. And the safety car has now ended. And look at that, Lance Stroll trying to take the lead of the race. Oh my god, he's going to go down the inside at turn 1. But Oscar Piastri holds on round the outside. He's holding onto the lead of the race. He started on pole position. And Lando Norris, look at that. He's going ahead of Stroll and he's going to try and get past a teammate. They're going 3 wide. Oh, I think there was contact there.
Look, the McLaren rider, he's passed, he's through.
Incredible stuff. The 23-year-old, he started from P4 and he is now leading the Austrian Grand Prix. And here's Alex Albon trying to go after Charles Leclerc. What an absolute mad lad. Albon, the 26-year-old, he started from P11 and on raw pace he's now going after a podium place. What on earth is this man cooking? And look at that, he's up into P3 in a Williams. How on earth has he done that? Oh, here we go, the very first pit stop of the race. Oscar Piastri, he was in P2, not far off his teammate as well. He is into the pit on lap 19, onto the soft tyres. Will he be able to pull off an undercut? Well, I guess we're going to find out shortly. And now it is time for the race leader, Lando Norris, to go into the pits. Charles Leclerc is also onto the pits. It's 2 laps after Oscar Piastri made his pit stop. So, the big question is, will Oscar Piastri be able to pull off the undercut? Yes, he can. Look at that. He's gone through. He's going through turn 1 now. He's with Gasly. And Oscar Piastri is in the net race lead. Oh, Leclerc. What is that straight line speed? Oh my god. Someone check their engine. This is feeling like 2019 all over again. And look at that. He's fully ahead before turn 3. And he's up into second place. And here he comes yet again, Charles Leclerc going down the inside at turn 9. I don't know why so many drivers are pulling off overtakes at turn 9, but who cares? Charles Leclerc is in the lead of the race. The 25-year-old, he started from P8 and he now leads. Whoa, look at this, De Vries and Gasly going side by side through the final corner, and they're still going side by side actually, but oh my god, through goes Hamilton. Unbelievable stuff going into the first corner. Hamilton's just made a double overtake down the main straight. And now here is Max Verstappen down the main straight. He's going to try going round the outside. of Lando Norris through turn 1, and he's only gone and done it. He's up into 2nd place, 6 seconds behind the race leader Charles Leclerc. He could be on for the race win, and we're actually joined now by Christian Horner, who is live on the pit wall.
Hello, Webby mate. Yeah, it's a good race so far. Max has been showing
Didn't
some-
ask, I'm afraid. Anyway, here comes Lewis Hamilton on Fernando Alonso, the 2 drivers that started on the back row. Hamilton, 38 years old, moves ahead of Fernando Alonso, who is 41 years old, so started from last place. Max Verstappen is now into the pits. Is he going to try an undercut in Leclerc? Well, he probably is going to try it because he's already in the pits. Charles Leclerc, will he respond next lap? Who actually knows? It is the medium tyres for Max Verstappen. Into turn 1 we go. Russell, he left the space. Look at that, you love to see it. But Carlos Sainz managed to get ahead anyway. And Sainz did not get DRS. So Russell is coming back at him. And down the inside goes Lance Stroll on both of them. But Russell did get a better exit. So Russell takes P5. And then it's Stroll. And then Sainz. And then Hamilton, who's just kind of chilling at the back, watching this absolute mess. This is great racing. Oh, the race leader Charles Leclerc is into the pits. Ted Kravitz, what can you see?
Yeah, it is the Monegasque pits, and it is
Oh my
a hard
God.
tyre that he goes on to. Wow, that's brave based on how it's been going with everybody else.
I did see I thought I saw some white
Yeah,
banding
hard
there.
tyres.
I just didn't expect to. Oh well.
Oh my God. Ferrari, what are you doing? Oh, and this is Lewis Hamilton. He's under pressure from the 2 Spaniards. Sainz is trying to go round the outside. Oh, they touched. Oh, they touched Martin. But Sainz, he's still trying to get past.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
He's got the DRS going towards turn 4. And he's actually got ahead. Fair play. I think he's got some wing damage though. And he has just gone deep and bottled that position, which is a big shame to be honest. Well, it does look as though Ferrari have just completely bottled this race. And this is surely now Verstappen's race to win. Oh no! And that is Kevin Magnussen, who has had a bit of an incident at, I believe that's the final corner. What on earth has happened there? Here comes Magnussen. Oh, he's just driven into him. Right, he has just driven into the Alpine. Not sure what was happening there. Right, well, I mean, we've got a safety car now.
Will we get any more racing laps or not? What jeopardy at the end of this Grand Prix.
And Charles Leclerc has got a free pit stop. He can get rid of the hard tyres and put on some softs to get Verstappen at the end of the race. Oh my God. He didn't pit. What?
Stay out, stay out, stay out.
Oh my God. What are Ferrari doing? They literally had a free pit stop to get rid of the hard tyres under the safety car. And they've just left him out on the hard. And lapped cars are just not unlapping themselves.
Not mandatory in the regulations.
What? Why on earth is this happening? The order is an absolute mess right now. Verstappen and Leclerc, there are 2 Alpines in between them. I mean, this is what it looks like for Charles Leclerc. Verstappen is leading, but there's 2 lapped Alpines in between them.
And it's ending. And it's ending. Wow.
Oh my God. What is this luck for Charles Leclerc?
No. No.
And the safety car is now ending. So we've got 6 laps of racing here in Austria to decide who will be the winner. Will it be Charles Leclerc? Well, probably not, because the Alpines are in his way at the restart. What an absolute joke this is. But he's going to get past the first Alpine and I think the second Alpine now. But look at the gap between them already. He's lost about a second on Verstappen. And oh my God, the Alpines have touched. They're in everyone's way. And here they are scrapping each other. And now they've just crashed and there's debris. Oh! Bottas! Oh, he's got a puncture.
Oh my God. It just blew up on its own.
Oh, that is absolute heartbreak for him. He was in the points as well. Oh my God, Leclerc is actually catching up to Max Verstappen. I'm not sure how, he's on the hard tyres. Can he get revenge for 2019? Which way is he going to go? And look at that! Going into the braking zone, he's got his whole car ahead of Verstappen. And Charles Leclerc, on lap 68 out of 71, has taken the lead of the race. Here is Hamilton trying to get past Stroll. Oh, Stroll, I don't know. I think that's a bit dodgy, mate. But Hamilton still manages to go down the inside. Can he get past Stroll to take P5? No, he can't. Stroll gets a much better exit. Hamilton is not going to have the DRS. And Sainz and Alonso will be trying to get past him as well. And while this is all happening, Russell and Norris are fighting for the final podium position. Norris was in P3. He's been there for most of the race. But Russell has gone round the outside to take that podium place. Oh my God, this is just absolutely crazy, to be honest. Stroll has the inside line this time, and I think he's going to get ahead of Hamilton. And Sainz has also got ahead of Hamilton on the final lap as well. Oh my god, this is absolutely crazy. And whilst that is happening, Charles Leclerc, he's only gone and won the bloody race. I cannot believe it. How has he managed to do that? Verstappen is going to be in P2. Russell, P3 after he robbed Lando Norris of a podium on the final lap. Norris does take P4, and then it's Stroll and Sainz, and then Hamilton and Alonso after they had a crazy battle on those final few laps. Well, there we go then. That was actually an amazing race with a very intense final few laps, and it was Charles Leclerc who took the win, having starting from P8. But if I'm being honest, Verstappen definitely would have won that if it wasn't for the late safety car. But you know what? That's motorsport. George Russell took the final podium position after a last lap overtake on Lando Norris. Stroll made up 1 position, and Sainz made up a very respectable 8 positions, despite having to pit for a new front wing at one point. Hamilton and Alonso managed to get into the points after starting P19 and 20, and the pole sitter Oscar Piastri finished in P9, which doesn't seem great, but to be fair, other than his teammate, every driver that finished ahead was in a quicker car, so I actually think he did alright. Sergio Perez managed to get the final points after Valtteri Bottas' puncture, and there were only 3 drivers that didn't get points after starting in the top 10, and those were Zhou Guanyu, Logan Sargent, who picked up damage on the first lap, and Yuki Tsunoda, who retired on lap 7. Well anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would honestly love to do more videos like this, and maybe even turn it into a championship, with the grid being determined by something different every single race. So let me know if you have any suggestions for how the grid should be ordered next time. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.